Hi everyone, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an American expat living in Malaysia and I like to share my life and travels with you. Well, today I'm going to take you on a tour of a fabulous hotel in Kuala Lumpur called the Majestic. It's historical and beautiful. Interested? Stay tuned. Well, as many of you know, I've just returned from the Nomad Capitalist Live event where I was a guest speaker, and it just was wonderful. Now, I'll probably do some kind of video about the conference, but I'm not sure how much I can share, really, because it's all proprietary information. You can also maybe tell that I have a horrible cold. My third one since I've stopped wearing my mask regularly. Wonder why that is. I guess you can't expect to be around 400 people shaking hands all day and not catch something. I don't know. I'm not happy about it, but I hope I'm better by the time I go to Cambodia next week. The Majestic Hotel was originally built in 1932, and it's a combination of neoclassic and Art Deco styling. The hotel originally consisted of 51 rooms and suites, but in 2008 it was expanded with a new tower, with an additional 253 rooms and suites. The hotel reopened in 2012 and has remained a much-loved gem in Kuala Lumpur. Here's some footage of the original entrance and facade of the original part of the hotel. It's beautifully designed and reminds me a bit of the E&O Hotel in Penang, another classic hotel in Malaysia. You can see here, there's a lovely outdoor pool too, adjacent to the entrance. But it's up above street level a little, so it's still pretty private. Adjacent to the pool is the spa area, which I did not participate in. As you can see, the original entrance is pretty quiet and unassuming, and opens up into the original lobby space, which is now a relaxing lounge and restaurant and bar. The new tower addition, which remains styling of the past, has a much grander lobby, suitable for a grand hotel of 5 stars. You can see here how beautiful the architecture combines with the old. And you can also see what a magnificent lobby this hotel has. Really stunning. I arrived at the hotel about 3:45 and thought my room should be ready, because check-in's at 3, but unfortunately it wasn't. And I think that's because I don't know, they probably don't usually have the whole hotel turning over in one day. Nomad Capitalist Live had bought out the entire hotel, so they had to get every room ready at the same time. Therefore, I had to wait a little bit. Now, they did have a nice little area adjacent to the lobby where I could have a nice cup of coffee while I was waiting for my room to get ready. It wasn't ready till about 5, which was, I don't know, not thrilling to me, but it was okay. When my room was ready, I was escorted to the Majestic wing of the hotel, the original wing, to my room. I just loved the old world charm of this wing, but I was kind of surprised that I had to go up like 10 stairs to get into my room. Now, that would never happen today, I don't think, because there's just too many rules about, accessibility. And they didn't really need to give it to an almost 70-year-old man who doesn't really like stairs, but I managed all right, and it wasn't a big deal. I suppose if you really couldn't do the stairs, you could ask for another room. My room was beautiful, elegant, and spacious, as you can see here in these videos. I thought an additional lounge chair in the corner would have made the room more cozy and pretty, instead of just the valet and the luggage rack, which was sort of a focal point and not that pretty to look at. As I've seen in another recent video on this hotel, a lot of the rooms in this wing have little or no view. Well, I was in the no view category in mine. Although there were 4 windows in the room and bathroom, they just looked out on nothing. Well, I don't know what they looked out on because they had frosted glass and then shutters on the outside. And I guess I could have tried to open it, but I thought if the view is that bad, why bother? This made the room kind of dark and depressing a little bit, but it was still a lovely room. The bathroom is luxurious and large, with a beautiful large tub that I use several times. I really miss having a bathtub in my home, so I'm always anxious to use it if I have it in a hotel. It has a huge shower, and the marble vanity is nostalgic and beautiful. I absolutely loved the Art Deco details in the original wing, especially the staircase. It just screams Art Deco, don't you think? And the hallways are bright and airy, with areas that overlook the restaurant below. The first night of the conference, they had a cocktail reception and some speakers. Well, they had hors d'oeuvres, but it was no replacement for a dinner, I can tell you that. And by the time the speakers were finished, it was quite late, and the restaurants in the hotel were already closing. Now, they said, well, you can get room service. So I thought, yeah, well, I'll try that. And I went back to the room and looked at the room service menu, and it was really pitiful. For one thing, it was already late enough that I only had the overnight menu available, but there was nothing like a sandwich or a burger or anything like that. The closest thing I could come to that was even remotely affordable was a bowl of mushroom soup for 55 ringgit, which did little to satisfy my hunger, but it was the best I could do. And I just went to bed hungry that night. The elaborate bowl and presentation of the soup did little to elevate it to anything special, I can assure you of that. The conference supplied breakfast and lunch the next day, so I didn't get to try the traditional breakfast that you would get if you were a regular guest, which is in the restaurant off the lobby, the Contango, and has a fabulous buffet. I explored more of the hotel and found another pool on level 4 of the new wing. It was nice, but I actually think the other pool is more attractive and more pleasant. Here are some random shots and videos of other spaces in the hotel. It's just beautiful, as I'm sure you'll agree. One of the most special places in the hotel is the Smokehouse bar. It's separate from the main building, so you have to go outside to get there. It's a covered walkway though, and it is just a cool place. It seems like a secret speakeasy to me. It's a cigar bar and has wonderful cocktails. And every day from 5 to 8, you get 2-for-1 cocktails, which is one of the best deals I've found in KL anywhere, and certainly to be surrounded with such splendor. I spent a lot of time in there and had some great conversations with other conference attendees. It has a pool table and lots of cozy seating. I know I'm going to be returning to this bar. It's only about 15 minutes from my house, so I can take a grab there, have a couple drinks, go somewhere else for dinner, and then go home. We were on our own for dinner that night, so I decided we would try the Colonial Cafe in the old building. It's a beautiful space, as you can see here. And it was sort of a splurge, but I thought it would be worth it if the food was great. It's just a wonderful space, and the service was excellent. In fact, after the first day, people I'd encountered in the hotel would say, "Hello, Mr. Andrew, hello, Mr. Andrew." I just love that. It's so special. The appetizers were beautifully presented and delicious. We really enjoyed them. One was a mushroom thing, and mine was a caprese salad with mozzarella and tomatoes. Really good. We had a bottle of wine too, and that was nice. The main courses were less successful though. I had a shepherd's pie. You know, a shepherd's pie is a very basic dish. You know, ground meat with potatoes on top. I mean, you'd find it in most pubs in the UK, I would think. But here it was in this restaurant and was 80 ringgit. It was delicious, I have to say, but no, shepherd's pie is not worth 80 ringgit. My companion's first choice of meal was not available, so he went ahead and ordered a steak. Well, I thought a steak that was 180 ringgit would be really nice. Well, I was mistaken. It was only about this thick, fortunately cooked properly, but a ridiculous price for that piece of meat. I guess we had dessert too, but I can't remember. Anyway, it must not have been very exciting. It was an enjoyable meal in beautiful surroundings with impeccable service. But I'm sorry, I don't think it was worth over 600 ringgit, which is about $150 US. The next day, we decided to have lunch in the restaurant off the lobby, the Contango. It's a buffet, as I mentioned before, and it looks lovely. It was actually one of the most impressive buffets that I have seen in KL. Without a doubt. They just had everything you could imagine. A really incredible assortment, from sushi to lamb. Anything you would want. I would recommend, though, if you're going to dine at Contango, come very hungry. Unfortunately, we weren't that hungry, and so it was kind of wasted on us. I mean, we tried to eat as much as we could, but it's just silly to stuff yourself when you're not hungry. Anyway, it was lovely, but I should have asked what the price was first, because I'm not sure I would have done it. Because with tax and service charge, it was 275 ringgit. That's a lot for lunch here, a lot, no matter how good it is. In conclusion, this is a wonderful, luxurious hotel that I would be happy to recommend. My 4 nights there were very relaxing and enjoyable. Luckily, Nomad Capitalist paid for my room since I was a speaker, and I only had to pay for the exorbitantly priced food, so that wasn't too bad. Well, I hope you enjoyed that tour of this historic, beautiful hotel. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and check the notification box too so you won't miss any of my future videos. As I've mentioned before, next week I'm going to be in Cambodia. I certainly hope I'm over this cold by then. I'm sure I'll be better, and I hope to bring you some exciting content from Cambodia. Again, I hope you enjoyed it, but that's all I have for today. Talk to you later. Bye.